Hello everyone, my name is Helen Duckworth. I am the Gallery Coordinator for the Federation of Canadian Artists, and in today's tutorial I will be walking you through an online submission. One of the first things that happens as soon as a new call for entry goes out is I get calls and emails, Helen, I'm having trouble submitting, I don't know how to submit online, please help. So the goal of this tutorial today is to help you be proficient in submitting online, so in no time, whether you're an active member that's brand new or you've been an established member with us for a while, you'll be submitting online in no time. So I've started at the Federation homepage, www.artist.ca. At the moment I'm not logged in. When you are, you'll see your login details up here. So what I will do, you can either log in by scrolling down and clicking the login button, or you can click Show Submissions. And then you will be redirected to the Show Submissions page, but because I'm not logged in, the only exhibitions and calls that I will see right now are the ones that are open to members and non-members alike. But as we know, one of the benefits of being a member with the FCA is that there are exhibitions open just to you. So please click the login button. And for the purpose of today's tutorial, I will be logging in as Claude. Unfortunately, he is not a member with the FCA, but he's going to help us through the submission today. You'll notice that once you have logged in, you will be booted back to the home page, and you'll see that your login information is here, and all you have to do is click Show Submissions again. And now you can see that all of the exhibitions that are open for Claude to submit to are here. So for example, Sketch was not there before, Painting on the Edge was, but Autumn Salon was not, and so on. So for the purpose of the tutorial today, what I'll be doing is attempting a submission for Painting on the Edge. And you'll notice here that I have got all of the submission guidelines visible online. I'm working towards cutting this down because it is a lot of information to process as soon as you hit the Show Submissions landing page. So in the future, submissions will look more like the one for Sketch. So you'll get the visual, you'll get a statement here outlining the essence of the exhibition, the allowed mediums, the theme, and this printable PDF, which is very important. This PDF will contain all of the information that you need to know. All of this long list of information will be condensed into a printable PDF. I encourage you to print it, put it on your refrigerator, put it up somewhere visible in your studio. It will help make you accountable. And also, as of July 1st, we won't be making any refunds on submissions made in error or submissions with errors in them. So for example, if you get a title wrong or a price wrong, what we would ask is that you either commit to those mistakes, as it were, or we would void your submission. We would retract it without a refund. So we will let you go in and you can edit your submission yourself up until the given deadline. So for example, for Painting on the Edge, you'll be able to go in and edit your submission yourself until the deadline of July 7th. After that, if there's any mistakes, you have to commit or retract. So for the sake of the tutorial, let's say that I have read all of this information and I agree to the terms. So I will start the submission process. Okay, and you'll be redirected to a window here, and it says submission couldn't be found. That's because there's no submission under my name right now, so I have to confirm my information here as Claude Monet. If this information is wrong for any reason, please get in touch with the office to let us know, because if we need to contact you about the submission, this is the information that we use. And then you are redirected to the number of items page. So this is very important because it is, it's important for you to predetermine how many items you're going to submit. You can submit up to 3 for this one, but if you're not sure, I would err on the side of caution and submit 3 if you were torn between 2 or 3. It's easier for us to issue a refund than it is for us to add an additional item later on. So for the sake of today's tutorial, I'll only be submitting the 1. So once you have determined how many images you'll be submitting, it's important for you to read the image requirements. So this will tell you about uploading images correctly. I'm not going to give a tutorial on how to resize your photographs to make the 1500 pixel requirement. If you need tutorials, there are plenty available online. Go to Google, type in your photo editing software and the word resize. So for example, Photoshop resize or iPhoto resize. There are hundreds of great tutorials and demos out there online, and they're all free for you to use. So please go and watch a few before you start uploading images for the first time. And also this is an important point as well. Jurors do look for presentation as well as content. So if you submit an image that is blurry or that there is frame shown, for whatever reason, if the photograph is not up to FCA standards, your entry will be retracted without jury and will not be refunded. So once you've understood these terms, please click the Confirm Agreement button and continue to payment. From there, you'll be redirected to an invoice that has been generated based on the information that we entered on the previous page. So here you can see that there's my $25 for my one entry. And then you'll see that there's the make the payment options, pay online with credit card or pay offline. We no longer offer this this service here. We do require that everything is processed online because all of the jury goes through online as well. So simply click make payment. I'm going to pause the video here and I will see you on the other side for obvious reasons. So I will see you in a minute. And welcome back. So you will have noticed that if you were submitting as we go along, that there was another window to confirm your invoice and your payment before you reach this page. But you'll see that the registration has been received, so we can specify the items we want to submit. We don't have to complete it now. You can go away and reconsider which images you want to upload, but you must complete it, in this case, before July 7th. And you'll notice that there are two options. You can select from your existing inventory. So if you've submitted to FCA shows in the past or you have uploaded items to your inventory, you can go here to select them for submission. But it is important to make sure you're reading those guidelines. For most FCA shows, you are not allowed to resubmit images if they were juried successfully into another exhibition. So in this case, Claude is going to create a new entry. And for the tutorial today, I am actually borrowing an image by Jennifer Mitten. So thank you, Jennifer. And as I'm typing in these details here, I will remind you that it is very important to make sure that the information you type here is as you would hope it would appear on your label. All of the information generated here will be printed exactly onto the label. So please make sure that there are no odd spelling mistakes or odd uses of grammar or capitalization as well. So for example, one thing I see a lot of is this. WC on paper for watercolor on paper. It doesn't look good on a label, doesn't look good on an online listing, so make sure if that's the case, you type it as watercolor on paper. But in this case, we're working with an oil on canvas. Okay. And you'll notice the availability option here. So for the most part, all FCA shows require that your pieces are for sale. Only in the instance of success is really that these options become applicable. So, but again, read those submission guidelines. They'll tell you exactly what you need to know with regards to whether pieces need to be for sale or not. So something new for this year that we've added is a description. Now, we've had a lot of emails and calls. What do I put in the description box? Basically, what we use this information for is to help sell your pieces. So this information is used by volunteers and our gallery staff to help educate our clients better about your piece. So just writing skyline isn't useful to us in this instance. We need a bit more about the process behind it, a bit more about why the light is this way, why you chose to paint this piece, a little bit more information, just something to excite a potential client. This description is also available to view on the online gallery once that's established. So this will be viewable, but it is not viewable by the juror. Again, that's completely optional. You don't have to type anything in if you do not want to. So let's save the new item. And here we can see that the item was successfully uploaded. So you can review the item here. If you made a mistake, if your capitalization is wrong, if your price was wrong, if it was supposed to be unframed, you can still edit at this stage. You can finish later if you'd like, or you can finalize your submission now. A lot of the confusion that I have been hearing is that people paid, so they thought their submission was complete. But if you do not select the Finalize Submission Now button, your entry is not complete, and I will not necessarily see it on my end. So you must click this button once your entry is complete. And again, here you see some important submission requirements about the authenticity and originality of your work, and an overview of the piece as you uploaded it. So you understand the above requirements, and yep, I have checked over my submission and I'm ready to submit. Then I click continue. And then you receive a message saying that the submission was completed. Status and details are shown below. And here you also see that the submission is complete, requires no further action. So your image will then come to me as the gallery coordinator, which I will approve for presentation for the jury before it goes to jury. You'll notice here that you can modify the submission up until the closure date, or you can cancel the entire submission as well if needed, but otherwise you're all ready to go to jury and you can go to the home page. So I hope you found this tutorial informational and useful, and if you've got any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact me at fcagallery@artists.ca, and best of luck with your submissions. Bye bye.